Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you how to install Android on the HTC HD2. And basically what you need to download is the actual build, and that you're going to have to store in the SD card, because Android is running off your SD card. It does not touch your phone's memory, so if anything goes wrong, the worst thing that will happen is you have to take off the battery and insert it back in. So it's perfectly safe. It's not going to damage your phone or anything. So the first thing you have to do is you're going to go to Google and you're going to search for Linux on HD2, and you're going to click on the first link, and that's going to take you to XDA developers. They're actually the ones that are developing Android and Linux Ubuntu. They're developing it for the HD2, and so far they've made a lot of progress. As you can see right here, they're adding as they're adding new things, they're putting it there by dates. So that's a long list. They have done a lot of progress. So what you have to do is you have to go down and you have to look for useful sites. It's going to be under the frequently asked questions and instructions. I believe it's like the third post. Yep. And you're gonna go down and click on gamesquare.co.uk. This is a website where they actually keep the builds. You'll find here the Android builds and also the Ubuntu builds. But in this case, we want the Froyo build by Darkstone. This is the latest one they got right now. So you're gonna go all the way down and you're gonna look for download. Now, right here it's telling you that if you hear the robotic noises during calls, that it must be your stock Windows Mobile ROM. And when I had my stock Windows Mobile ROM, I could not make calls in Android. So I actually did this. I installed this ROM, and I have no more problems. But I mean, sometimes you may void your warranty, and but you can always make it go back. So it's up to your own risk if you want to do this, or if you just want Android, don't really want to make calls on it, just want to have apps or anything, well, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do want to use it like a fully Android device and that makes calls, you will have to use this ROM right there. Okay, so you're gonna go to download, and you're gonna download this file. And I actually already downloaded it, but let me just click free user. Okay. Okay, so it'll come out in 60 seconds, your download. I actually already downloaded it, so I don't really need it. It's right here. Okay, pop-ups. It's right here. Okay, I'm opening it now, because you have to unzip this, and I'm going to use the evaluation version because I don't have the full version. So we have to unzip these files, and I'm just going to unzip it into my desktop, and I'm going to unzip, and it's going to make, I should actually made a folder, but it's good right there. Okay, so you see that it made a folder in your desktop called Android. Okay, well, this right here, what's inside the Android folder, you're gonna have to copy it. So you're gonna select all and you're gonna copy it. And now for the next step, you have to make sure that you got your HTC HD2 connected to your computer and as a disk drive. So you have to be able to access the SD card from your my computer. So my SD card is right here. Your SD card should not have anything. I actually have some pictures stored and Ubuntu already installed in here, so mine does have something, but yours should be clear. And whatever you found inside that Android folder, you're going to copy it and you're going to paste it into the root of this folder. So just as you click removable disk G, you have to paste them right there. And now you have to wait until it copies everything, of course. So we're just gonna wait for that. Okay. Okay, so now it's about to finish. Almost done. Okay, there. So you got it in the root of the SD card. So you close this, you don't really need it anymore. I suggest you eject it, make sure you don't damage your card. So you eject, safe to remove. Okay, so the part of the computer is done. Now we actually have to go into the phone and do the steps in the phone. So let me show you that. Okay guys, now that you actually finished with the computer part, you have to unplug the device from your computer. So I'm just gonna unplug it from here. Okay. So now you're gonna start your phone, and you're gonna have to go to File Explorer. I actually have my File Explorer right here. And then up here, you're gonna go to your storage card. Okay. So now you have to click on right here on the CLR CAD. That basically, if you do not click it, the sound will not work. So before you run the Harriet.exe, you have to run that program. So it really doesn't do anything. All you have to do is double click on it. So it doesn't do anything. It's fine. It's supposed to do that. And then you have to click on the Harriet.exe. And there it goes. It's booting into Android. And this is all real time. Now the first time that you load it, it will take a little bit more, but it gets faster the second time and third time that you do it. Of course, there is some problems sometimes. Sometimes you might get a green screen, or it just might freeze. In that case, all you have to do is do everything again, remove the battery, and start the process again. Now, if this does not fix the problem, you might have to take off the SD card and reboot it. I mean, not reboot it, but reformat it and add the files all over again. Now, remember that I told you about the robotic voice? You have to change the ROM. Basically, I don't see no way out. I had to flash my phone, and it's coming, and it's not frozen. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it there. Try to get this thing to focus. Okay, it doesn't want to focus. But it's creating a new data store, and this basically means, well, it won't have to do it again. It's just where it's gonna work on. So we don't have it right now, but I promise it'll be a lot faster once you do it again. We're just waiting on this to go faster and finish. Okay, there we see some movement. And remember that you could go to XDA developers if you need to change the, like if you want to update, because I mean every day they're coming out with new things and they're adding things to the Linux kernel. So it would be really useful if you just bookmark that website and just look around it. You could also follow them in Twitter, I believe. So if you got a Twitter, you could always stay in touch with what's going on and the new developments. Okay, so it's taking a while. But don't worry, it's the first time, so let it do its thing. Don't rush it or anything. It's not frozen. I promise it'll go faster, because basically the second time that you do this, well, it doesn't have to create the new data store, so it basically just skips this whole step. There we go. We see more movement. Now you can also, if you're having problems, go to XDA developers, and in that form there's usually a lot of questions already answered, so might well just go look at it, and I bet that somebody else already had your problem, so just read through it. You can figure it out. Okay, this thing's coming. There we go. And it's not that much actually, the weight. As I told you, it will be a lot less next time, so this is just because it's the first time we're doing it. It's coming. Okay, there. So now you see the Android screen. Now sometimes that Android screen will just keep on going and keep on going and never get out of that Android screen. You basically just have to remove everything from your SD card and put everything back in, and that should solve the problem. But I hopefully don't have that problem right now. It's just loading. We're waiting for it. And also with this build, they actually fixed the LED light up here, so that's working. And I believe the backlight keys are working. The flashlight is working, camera is working, Wi-Fi is working, almost everything is working. I mean, it's very few things that are not working. Okay. And I promise this will go faster second time around. Okay, there. It says welcome to Nexus 1. This is actually ripped from the Nexus 1, so you actually got the version from the Nexus 1 installed. It says touch Android to begin, so we're going to touch it. Okay, learn how to use Nexus 1, blah blah blah. We don't need to. I don't know if you can see it, but it says skip down here, so I'm gonna right there. So I'm gonna click that. Okay, do you have a Google account? Yes, I do, and I'm just gonna pause it right here so I could input my information. Okay, so I inputted my information, so now I'm just gonna click sign in the bottom. And it says that it's communicating with Google servers, and we're sorry. Okay, I must have typed something wrong. Let me try that again. Okay, so I inputted my information again. Hopefully I inputted it correct this time. Okay, so I put it correct. So now on the bottom it says next. We're going to click next. And blah blah blah. I'm just going to go next. And finish setup. Okay, so right here you can put whatever settings you want. I'm just gonna, for the sake of teaching you something, I'm just gonna go launcher, and there you go. You got Android on the HTC HD2. This is the one from Nexus 1, as I told you. So you have the animated screen, but now I believe all the Android builds have this, so you won't miss out. Okay. So you got everything there. It moves to the sides. It's really smooth. You got the applications right there. You could go down, look at all the applications. You could go home. You could call. You could do whatever you want. And let me call my voicemail so you can see that it's working. You put speaker.
You have one saved message.
Okay, there we go. So you see that I get no robotic voice. Well, basically that's what you have to do to get the Android on the HTC HD2. And well, I hope you learned something. and I hope to see your phone with it.